The things you keep for yourself should not only be tasks that require your expertise, but also things that bring you joy. Because even if you're the only one who can do it, if you're not passionate about it, you'll eventually feel drained and resentful. Hey there, lazy entrepreneurs. Welcome back to Master Delegator, the podcast where we talk about working smarter, not harder. If you are tired of being stuck in the daily grind and want to build a business that runs without you doing everything in your business, then you are in the right place. Now, if you are new here, you might be wondering, what exactly is a lazy entrepreneur? Well, let me clear that up. A lazy entrepreneur isn't someone who avoids work altogether. Nope. It's someone who's strategically lazy, meaning they find the smartest, most efficient way to get things done without doing all the work themselves. They delegate, automate, and systemize so their business works for them, not the other way around. So if you want to know more about what a lazy entrepreneur is, then check out my recent episode where I talk all about lazy entrepreneurs. Now, you have probably heard of the 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. It's actually one of the books I love. It's one of the most famous books about escaping the 9-to-5 grind. But let's be real, most of us aren't going to be sipping margaritas on a beach while our business magically makes millions, right? However, we can take the core principles from the book and apply them to real life. So in today's episode, I'm going to break down practical steps for streamlining your workload and automating tasks and also delegating effectively so you can actually work less and achieve more. So let's dive in. So step 1, apply the 80-20 rule to your work. So the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, is one of the most powerful concepts in business and productivity. It states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. That means a small fraction of what you do is actually responsible for the majority of your success. Now, the trick is to figure out which tasks are in that 20% and double down on them, while eliminating, automating, or delegating the rest. So, how you can apply the 80-20 rule to your business? Start by asking yourself these 2 key questions. What are the 20% of tasks that drive 80% of your revenue or growth? These are the activities that actually move the needle, things that generate income, attract clients, or create leverage in your business. So for example, closing sales, building relationships with high-value clients, content creation that brings in leads, strategic decision-making, and a lot of things. Also, you have to ask yourself this question: which tasks are just keeping you busy but not actually contributing to your growth, whether personal or professional growth? So these are the time wasters, things that make you feel productive but don't actually impact your bottom line. And examples are answering your emails all day, micromanaging your team, handling minor admin tasks, or spending too much time on social media without a clear strategy. So let's talk about how I apply the 80-20 rule in my business. When I started my virtual assistant agency, Smart VAs, I was doing everything myself. Onboarding clients, managing the team, handling admin work, posting on social media, and even designing my website. But once I learned about the 80-20 rule, I took a step back and analyzed my workload. So here's what I found. I'm really passionate about marketing and building relationships. So I decided to focus on those high impact activities that directly bring in revenue. So I spent time on networking, relationship building, and strategic marketing because those help me attract more referrals and high ticket clients. Now, on the other hand, tasks like scheduling posts, responding to every email, and handling manual invoicing were time consuming but didn't require me to do all of them. So I knew I had to delegate or automate those things to free up my time for what truly moves the needle in my business. So I delegated admin work, sales, customer service, and my whole operations to my team members who started as virtual assistants, but now they're my leaders in my company. And I also automated client onboarding and payment processes. I eliminated unnecessary meetings and busy work that wasn't contributing to revenue. And to be honest, I actually hate meetings, so I only retain meetings that crucial to my business. So by doing these things, I was able to scale from a one-person business to a 70-plus person team without overworking myself. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine me handling all those 70 team members while doing the high level tasks for my business. So I was able to focus on my high impact tasks and my team took care of the rest. So here is your 80-20 challenge for the next 7 days. Track your tasks and categorize them into these things. High impact, 20%, brings in revenue, scales your business, or leverages your expertise. Low impact, 80%, repetitive, time-consuming, or tasks someone else could do. Then start eliminating, automating, or delegating everything in the 80%. By focusing on your most valuable tasks, you'll work less while achieving more. So now let's move on to step 2, delegating everything that doesn't need you. Right, correct. You heard that right. Not everything needs you. So, in the 4-Hour Workweek book, Ferriss says never automate something that can be eliminated or never delegate something that can be automated. So, before you even think about delegation, cut out unnecessary work first. Then look at what's left and delegate everything that doesn't need you. But here's something important to remember. The things you keep for yourself should not only be tasks that require your expertise, but also things that bring you joy. Because even if you're the only one who can do it, if you're not passionate about it, you'll eventually feel drained and resentful. So for me, like I said, I love marketing and building relationships. So I made sure to keep those responsibilities. So right now, I'm the person within my leadership team who is the most passionate and skilled at marketing. So I continue to lead in that area. It's because it's something that excites me and drives real revenue for my business. So it only makes sense for me to own it, right now. So aside from marketing, I also meet with my core team to discuss finance, sales, and client satisfaction. And understand that while I have delegated most responsibilities, I am still the owner of the business, and that means it's my job to ensure that my vision is carried out across all departments. So here's how you can start streamlining your workload. First, you have to write this down. Make a not me list. So write down tasks that don't require your expertise or passion. Second, hire a virtual assistant. A VA can handle admin, customer support, social media, and more. More than you know, freeing up your time. Third, use SOPs or standard operating procedures. So SOPs ensure that your team can execute tasks smoothly without needing your constant input. The goal is to spend your time only on what you're great at and love doing, while your team and systems handle everything else. And that's how you create a business that runs without you being stuck in the weeds every day. Number 3, automate the repetitive stuff. Automation is your best friend. If you find yourself doing the same task over and over, then it's time to automate. But to be honest, automation wasn't something I was into at first. Whenever I heard the word automation, I imagined something super techy like robots taking over my business, right? It actually felt overwhelming at first, but what I didn't realize was that I was already automating without even knowing it. So by simply setting up automatic workflows, I was saving hours of work without needing to be a tech genius. And here's the best part. Automation doesn't require coding, so you just set it up once and then it runs on its own. All you need to do is monitor and make sure everything is working smoothly, and you can even delegate that to a virtual assistant. So here are some ways to start automating today. You can automate your emails and scheduling. So use tools like Calendly, Zapier, and email autoresponders to handle booking and follow-ups automatically. You can also automate invoicing and payments. You can set up recurring invoices with tools like QuickBooks or Stripe, so you never have to chase payments manually. I actually hate chasing payments. You can also automate marketing. So with marketing, you can automate social media posting with Buffer or Later and set up email sequences with, let's say, ConvertKit or Active Campaigns or MailChimp to nurture leads without lifting a finger, or use high-level and all-in-one platform. So if something can run on autopilot, just let it run on autopilot. The less time you spend on repetitive tasks, the more time you have to focus on what truly matters. I don't know about you, I automate my client lead nurturing, but I'm the one who created it. It's not like automation did the full work for me. But this year, I actually started a book series that I summarize each week for our clients to nurture them and to also add value to them, because we're so busy reading books, right? So I create like a short summary for each chapter of a book, and then I connect that with how they work with a virtual assistant. So I started that this year, and the first email that I sent out, I actually received a few comments or good feedback from our clients, and they really like what I did for them, So I already have emails scheduled starting this year, January, up until April, So those kind of things, you can automate it. You don't have to do them manually. All right, step 4, set up a work-free test run. This is where you test whether your systems actually work without you. So what you can do is you can step away for half a day and see what breaks. And then after observing what breaks, fix any gaps in delegation or automation. And then slowly extend your time away, maybe a whole day, then a weekend. The goal is to create a self-sustaining business so it keeps running smoothly whether you're there or not. Step 5, protect your time like a CEO. If you truly want a work-hour work week or at least a lighter schedule, you need to be intentional about protecting your time. So here's how. You can batch tasks, so you can group similar tasks together to avoid context switching and improve efficiency. You can set boundaries. Don't respond or no more responding to emails at midnight. Set clear work hours and stick to them. Also, say no more often. If it's not a heck yes, it's a no. So don't let unnecessary commitments take over your time. But here's another big one. Trust your team to make decisions for you. If you're constantly making every little decision in your business, you're still a bottleneck. If you don't have a team yet, start now. You can hire a virtual assistant and begin by delegating small tasks. Over time, as they grow into a higher role, you can trust them with more responsibility, including making decisions for the business. For me, I trust my team leaders to make decisions because honestly, what's the point of giving them the position if I don't give them the authority that comes with it, right? But of course, I know that trust doesn't happen overnight. It's built through relationships. So you have to know your team and they have to also know you. What I found is that my team doesn't just make decisions randomly, they make choices based on what they believe I would do actually and what's best for the business and everyone involved. And that's the power of building trust in a strong company culture. So remember, your time is your most valuable resource. Guard it wisely by delegating, automating, and empowering your team to step up. That's how you truly build a business that runs without you. I also want to say this, the 4-hour work week isn't just about working 4 hours. It's about maximizing efficiency, automating, and building a business that works for you. So by applying these steps that I mentioned, you can work significantly less while still growing your income and impact. Not only you're impacting yourself, but you also impact the people around you. So, your action steps for today is first, identify your 20% tasks that bring 80% of results. Second, make your not me list and delegate. Third, set up automation for repetitive tasks. Next, test your systems with a mini work-free run. And then, protect your time and say no to distractions. So, if this episode was helpful, share it with a fellow entrepreneur who needs to hear this. And if you are ready to start delegating, check out my VA agencies in the description below and we'll help you free up your time and grow your business. So, thank you so much for tuning in and don't forget to subscribe to Master Delegator so you never miss an episode. Until next time, work smart, delegate more, and enjoy life.